All right, you guys, we'll try this again. No music. I should have learned my lesson, but I thought with a cappella, was that even music? If there's no instruments,
Well, there is. It's a vocal
it's a vocal, right?
rendition. Yeah.
Amazing. All right, so we're back for you guys just joining in. We just, I played Be Not Always for those that don't know that song, only because it's kind of appropriate for what's going on in the world, along with Earth Song, They Don't Care About Us, Cry. We could go on, right? And we'll just kind of start over. So I was thinking it's Thriller. Oh, by the way, there's a thing, the Day of the Dead, they're having a big thing up here at Forest Lawn afterwards. So after we get done with our interview. But first, let's introduce, for you guys just tuning in, Mr. Matt Forger. We were having a lovely conversation off camera, and I said, hey, we should be doing this on camera. But Matt's one of those guys where you can just, 1980, what, 283, right in that?
Well, I started with Michael in '82.
82.
And then I went through the next, almost up to the present.
Almost up to present. One of the few, sadly, remaining
Unfortunately, yeah.
people with us.
Yeah.
I think you started Donna Summer, right? 1980, technically?
81 was Donna Summer.
81.
With Quincy Jones. And then 82 was Thriller. And after I worked on all the albums that I worked on in Campanile, through the end of the millennium, after that I ended up working with both Sony Legacy on reissue and bonus track material. And then after Michael's passing, I've worked with the estate. And I continue in that capacity when I get called.
If you want to see an impressive resume, Google Matt Forger, and you'll see Quincy, you'll see Patty Austin. Some names that Fran Jolie, for those that
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I forgot.
Don Felder from the Eagles.
Don Felder from the Eagles. Wow,
a lot of crazy. And Giorgio Moroder. I've been blessed to work with some extremely talented people in the creative sense of making music, and I've worked in all different capacities of the production world. Sometimes I'm a recording engineer, sometimes I'm a sound designer or producer, or in case of Michael, sometimes I was the production supervisor.
We were just talking to Be Not Always, where you were listed as conductor. So I was going to ask you, what technically, what is that?
That's a good question. I'm not sure what about my work on there, because I would qualify me as conductor, but I'm sure there's a technical reason why.
They listed Bruce as the engineer.
Yes, because he was.
Right, and then it's a conductor.
I did a lot of the organization of the technical aspect. So potentially, because of the nature of the technology and the production and what was done musically, maybe that qualified me in that respect. This is the thing that I would personally, would happen to me, is if I was working with, for example, Quincy and Bruce, they would say to me, Matt, we need this. And I would say, okay. An example would be Eddie Valen's solo in Beat It. I'd say, okay, fine. They'd say, the studio across the hall is open. You're going to go over in that room and you're going to do that session. And it was just a matter of what hat I wore on whatever day was a matter of what needed to be accomplished. And I never asked, well, what's going to be my credit, or what am I going to be considered, what's my title. That was not what was on my mind. My thought, and I realized a little bit after the fact, when I reflected, that basically what I became a facilitator. So whatever part of the process needed attention, that's where I would step up and do whatever the task was that needed to be addressed.
And from album to album, there was different things you did on each album?
It evolved over time. I mean, I stayed on as a recording engineer and a mixer, on and off through the entire span of all the work that I've done. But there are all these other things that I did that Michael would come up to me and say, Matt, we need this. Or Quincy or Bruce would say, you know what, we've got this issue with something that we have to deal with, this technical thing. And I'd say, okay, well, let me address that because my background is based in the technology. And of course, I started at a time prior to computers. But a lot of the equipment, even prior to there being recording in the computer, a lot of equipment was microprocessor based. So it was, each piece of equipment maybe would be considered that it had a computer microprocessor in it, but it was task specific. So you had to learn that piece of equipment to do that one specific thing. Nowadays, you get a computer and there's the interfaces that you can do anything with.
Right.
So everything I did evolved over time.
For you guys just tuning in, that missed the beginning. We're talking to Mr. Matt Forger, who from 1982 started back with Michael. The theme today is we were just I was trying to say that what would Michael say about what's going on around the world, and without getting political, I guess would be the word. What any thoughts, or you spent probably more time with him than
you what you just mentioned. It was very true when you said not getting political about this, because Michael was not someone who had some type of political affiliation or leaning or philosophy that he followed. He was his view was a much larger, all-encompassing view, and it wasn't so much about an individual philosophy or what someone believed. It was the broader scope of humanity. And there were occasions when we would discuss this. We would talk about what was happening in the world. I remember at the time we were working on the Dangerous album, the first Gulf War with the invasion of Kuwait took place. And we had several conversations about it. And Michael was, why are people this way? Why does this have to happen in the world? And it's kind of a difficult thing, actually, when you think about it. It's difficult to explain because there are people who are hungry for power, or they want to be domineering over other people. Some with religious affiliations, others they're autocratic and they want to be in control. And this was something that was a little bit difficult for Michael to understand the thinking behind why people acted this way. And the only thing I can reflect on is Michael's song Human Nature. Because in humanity, there is such a enormous spectrum of different kinds of people with different philosophies, different beliefs. And there are those few, if you want to call it for sake of ego or something related to that they feel they have to occupy a place and have control over people. And because Michael did not believe in that, he didn't fully understand it. And I said, well, there are times when there are wars where that has to be, that philosophy or that type of autocracy that a person has to be fought. And we have to fight against that so that humanity can flourish. And there can be peace in the world. Fighting for peace is a very noble thing to do. Unfortunately, that means you're fighting on the side of good, but to do that, you have to fight a war. And that was the part that Michael just couldn't come to grips with. And I appreciate that. That is a hard concept.
He tried to express it through his music. He got his message across, right, to us. I mean, if you just read the words without
Oh yes.
like listening to the, that's why I was playing the a cappella version, just to hear how he really, I know you're an engineer, but I mean, he to me, the music needed him more than he needed. If he sang every song a cappella, right? I mean, especially a song like "Be Not Always," "Human," especially the ballads.
Yes.
From even go back to "She's Out of My Life." Like, I was thinking from "Can You Feel It?" kind of was the first song that kind of had a message, right? Like the blood inside of me is inside. If you just listen to the words.
Yes.
And then in the Human Nature, and then in the Black or White,
Yeah.
Earth Song. They don't really care about us. Cry. We are the world. Heal the world. People of the world. Like, these are all
Yes, and you,
appropriate
you
today.
notice that as the career progressed, and Michael,
right.
uh,
And this is pre all the nonsense allegation stuff. A lot of this. Right.
The thing we had a very interesting conversation at one point in time, and it was at a point when we were working in Dangerous, and the songs from Dangerous,
Black or White.
Black or White. Originally, Earth Song was
supposed to be
beginning of that, but Heal the World.
Will You Be There?
Yes, this group of songs. The thing that Michael said that really opened his eyes to the humanity of the world was the Bad Tour, and getting to travel to all of. I mean, they were on every continent except Antarctica for the Bad Tour. It was that inclusive of the entire globe, and he said the ability to go to all of these places, see all of these different societies, all of these cultures,
Africa, and seeing
Africa, Asia, both North and South America.
Right. So the good and the bad he got to see.
He got to see the good and the bad, but he got to see a breadth of how people live around the world. And he said that was the thing that instilled in him the real understanding of humanity. And as much as you could, of course, when you're in a different country, there's different customs, different languages. People, maybe they do different things in the course of their lives. But everyone has this quality of they all share the same humanity. They all share the same existence of what they face in their life isn't all that different. And this was the thing he said that was in his life one of the most eye-opening. And I know that Michael had toured different countries in different parts of the world with the Jacksons prior to that. But I think there was something about the Bad Tour, and because the Bad Tour was such a enormously encompassing tour, which still to this day remains as one of the largest tours ever.
You think Earth Song, the origin of Earth Song, kind of started right when he got back from the bed?
I think a lot of songs did. I think Heal the World did. Earth Song, They Don't Care About Us. Many of these things, he got to see things and experience things. And naturally, when you're Michael Jackson and you're going to all these places in the world, you get to see a lot of what very few people are able to ever see and experience in person, which is such an enormous enormous wide-angle view of what the world is like.
What do you think he would? I don't want you to speak for him, but what do you think he would say today? I mean,
He would
think
say
there'd be
that-
a song that
Well,
"What more can I give" type of?
there no doubt would be, but I know it would be that same message. The same with "We Are the World." It would be that same message of we all share the humanity of the globe. So shouldn't we all have that as a priority? And of course, because everyone lives very locally and regionally, there's all these disputes in different areas at different times for different reasons and different causes and different problems. But as we all know, Michael was kind of at the forefront with their song and Heal the World in terms of talking about this as a global concern. There weren't that many people at that time asking the question about this in a global sense. Of course, it was following Thriller and the other success that he had. That him and Quincy and Lionel Richie and people came together to do "We Are the World" because of famine in Africa, and that was a groundbreaking event, much as Bob Geldof had done earlier.
Live Aid and Farm Aid and all of it.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is like when you get to be an entertainer, you get to experience this. You get to see this in person. You get to come in contact with it. And travel is one of the things that gives you a tremendous understanding that if you don't get to go to these places and experience it, then you don't have the understanding of, oh yes, the people here are completely different. They have a different language. They have different customs, but yet they're still human. And there is something that unites us all. And that would be the message that Michael would want to deliver. Is
We got blocked on the first part for those of us tuning in right now. And what I had said, I'll show you guys the poster in a minute. We have people in our group from over 150 countries, but especially from Russia, Ukraine, Israel, and Palestine, right? And they have one thing in common. They literally have one thing in common. They're Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah.
Like, as I'm writing it's been over 10,000 names since I've been doing this on the poster, the people from each country. And the United States, I just kind of write, I don't really think about. But when I get a little country, sometimes I even have to go to Google Maps to see where it is. And I'm seeing this and they write me, nobody, the nicest message of what Michael meant to them. And it's hard to even, but as I'm writing the name and you look at the picture and I go like, wow, this person feels the same way that we feel. It doesn't matter what country. Sometimes they don't even understand the language, right, of what they're hearing. But
well, no, but Michael's music was that unifying thing globally, which is that's testament to the reach of Michael's influence and the acceptance of his message. It goes beyond all of these other issues,
right?
But it comes to probably what is the most fundamental of all of the issues, is quality of life on a basic human level. And this was something that Michael felt very strongly about. We would discuss this on occasion. Of course, we were working on songs, and many times, sometimes we would just have a conversation, not when we were in the middle of a production of a track.
It's kind of a tough issue to discuss, but I feel like he would want us to say something. The thought that goes through my mind when you see like the protesters on one side of the street, we'll just say country A, and on the other side of the street you'll see country B, right? And they're yelling and they're arguing with each other. If someone came on the loudspeaker and played "Heal the World," someone should really try this, just to see what would happen? Both sides would be singing, right? And for that brief moment, you'd forget about what half of them don't even know what they're arguing about. They're just out there. But not to get political, but I'm just saying that like you could almost flip a switch, like, and if it was loud enough to drown out what they're yelling about. I almost want to try it somewhere. Like
I think you would definitely get part of that crowd.
Right.
Or We Are the World. Any of those songs that are those anthems.
Yes.
That go beyond the political,
right,
and these other regional. I mean, I understand the disputes, but at the same
absolutely,
at the same time, because they involve people's lives. And there's a lot of issues, and the issues should in fact be dealt with and be addressed. And the only problem is that people lose their lives in these things, and it's a needless thing that it has to occur.
Let me just try to play something, Matt, real quick for you guys watching. Let's hope we don't get blocked. Facebook, please don't block us.
Sadly, we live in a state of fear. Every day we hear of war. On the news, on the radio, and television, in the newspapers, always of war. We hear of nations hurting each other, of neighbors hurting each other, of families hurting each other, and of children killing each other. We must learn to live and love each other before it's too late. We have to stop. Stop the hating. We have to stop living in fear of our own neighbors. We can make a change in the world. Together we can help to stop racism. Together we can help to stop prejudice. We can help the world live without fear. It is our...
That was, decades ago, right? Like, I mean, before even all this.
Yeah, but what he was saying then applies even more so today. And I know if he was here, he would be sending out the same message about hate and fear and this, isn't the thing that we need, for healthy survival of family, for children, for people of all races, religions, and cultures and societies globally. We need to advance. It's a. He said it very eloquently too.
If anyone deserved the Nobel Peace Prize, right? I mean, no, seriously.
Without a doubt.
I mean, you can't get it after you pass away, unfortunately. That's one of the there's a 5-person commission, I think in some country.
One of the Scandinavian.
Yeah, one of the Scandinavian countries, right? And I mean,
No, Michael. This is what you can tell by looking at all of the music that he's created, all the messages that he's given. This was what he truly was about, in the most sincere way, about what he wanted to do in the world was to bring an understanding and use the music to bring people together. And I don't know how many, what hundreds of thousands of people were there at that event, but they were there and they were accepting of what they were hearing. Why couldn't more people kind of understand that this is really a lot more about what life is truly about than it is the fighting and the bickering?
The people don't feel the way the leaders feel, I think, which is part of the problem. And then you mix religion and money and power and oil, and this is what you get. Like
it is, and I think Michael wanted to, if anything, shine a light on the voice of, as he does in They Don't Care About Us, shine a light on the people who don't have a voice. And what is it which is the largest part of the population of the globe? What do they want? What would they truly want in their lives? It's not war. It's not this fighting, bickering. It's addressing the issues about the. It's getting very close to, if you want to call it, the survival of humanity.
Well, he said the planet is sick, right?
Yeah, and it is.
He said we got 4 years to fix it,
Yeah.
and we didn't fix it.
And it hasn't gotten
This is
better.
pre-COVID.
It's only getting worse.
Right. You want to start with COVID, and you want to start with war and
And in the environmental issues, the signs are there for those people who are willing to accept and believe. And for people who don't, they have some agenda which is not in sync with nature, with the survival of on the planet long term. Very a short-sighted, immediate gratification type of. This is the results people are looking for. Michael saw the bigger picture. This is really what life on the planet's about now, and it's becoming more and more apparent to more people as time goes on. And as you mentioned, we start seeing evidence of it, the signs of it. I read constantly about the environmental issues, and the warnings are there. And Michael had used the voice that he had to get as many people to understand it as he could. And so many people have listened to him and have understood it. It's just that there are a lot of people that still aren't aware of it.
it seems like the people in power don't get it as much as the people.
Yes,
to make it a simplistic.
In a simplistic way, yes. People react to things that are sensationalism, or to drama, or to events of some enormous scope, tragic calamity, and sometimes that's what it takes to get many people's attention. Which is really unfortunate. But if humanity's going to go down that road, they're going to start to experience more and more of that. And it's a shame that Michael isn't around to continue delivering that message and have more people understand it. Because as you know, Michael visited many of the world's leaders at different points in time.
Yeah.
And you know his concerns that he would have expressed to anyone would have been for the nature of the human condition, humanity, survival of species.
Not to mention the children. What's happening?
Oh, that was the forefront, because what we have to do is think about what are we leaving for our children, and if we don't build a world which is friendly to humanity and to all life, then we're shortchanging the next generation.
And it's not just around the world. We have enough problems.
Oh,
If you watch the news this week,
everywhere.
in Maine,
Yeah,
in Uvalde, and we could go on and on. It's
unfortunately it's
and
everywhere.
it's the children that he would.
Yes, the children are the most defenseless and the first to suffer the effects of all of the bad stuff that's going on in the world, and Michael realized that most assuredly.
Sad he's not here. I mean, I think what would he do? He would have done something. It's just hard to.
It is. It's
3.8 billion, 4.8 billion fans, whatever number they want to use. It's more than half the world.
Yeah.
Are Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So like I said, I keep getting back to the people in our group from those countries. Like I wish we could get them all on a Zoom meeting or something.
Well,
I don't know we're not going to solve anything, but
no. But Michael really did his very best to accomplish something of that
sure.
nature. I mean, I think that's what that's the thing that so many people around the planet did recognize. They recognized and understood the message of love and brotherhood and taking care of the next generation. That was Michael's message.
it's frustrating because you want to say, what could we do? And,
Well,
we're not going to have the answers here today, but I'm just,
no.
it's like if we do nothing, if we say nothing, like that's what bothered me. So I said, let's just throw it out there. I'm interested to see the feedback. You're always going to have the 1%, but that's fine. But it's the 99%,
Yes.
the common ground, not what divides the people. Like
The thing that, interestingly enough, I go back to is the song that relates to it on a very personal thing, and that is "Man in the Mirror," because you
Sure.
have to start with yourself, and by starting with yourself, you can set the example for others, and set the example in your actions and your deeds, and your thoughts, and how you contribute, as opposed to being someone who's negative. And it's if you start with yourself and you start with your own mind and your own body and your own health, and put it to good use.
the video for that song too was pretty,
Yeah.
was pretty powerful with,
Yeah.
and you kind of had, Sadat and Menachem Begum and Lekul, going back to everything that was happening on that, on that times. He kind of addressed.
Yeah.
That's 35 years ago, right? We're still having this conversation, and it's worse now.
Well,
literally.
one thing does make me feel good is being, like you say, in contact with a large number of people, and this is one of the things that global internet, social networking, media is able to do, is connect people. And there are a lot of people out there who are echoing these sentiments and these feelings, and I see constantly a large number of people that are working towards good in this world. I see that number growing. I mean, we see conflicts still occurring, but it's very heartening to me to see the number of people out there that are working for positive, that are working for good, peaceful causes, and they're doing it very much on a local.
Yeah, and the
grassroots
media
effort.
doesn't really
Oh,
gravitate
no,
to that.
that's good news. That's not sensational.
But we want to see the good. They're not
Of
showing the
course.
good. They're showing the division. Like they're showing the rallies and they're showing the people blocking the bridge, and they're not showing the peaceful.
Yes, but when
Protest.
you search it out, you can find
Yeah,
it.
oh, it's there. Yeah, because most people feel that way.
Of course.
They just don't know.
But
Because
you have to-
I'm reading the comments. They don't know what to do, where to go, and that's. You almost want to have the Michael Jackson rally for peace, but we know the estate will. We probably can't use his name, but
Well,
instead of worrying about Thriller 40, like that's kind of where I'm at this week. Like everybody's, let's get 1 billion hits on YouTube and let's have it streaming #1. And I'm saying I don't think he'd, kids that got killed, the hearing impaired, shot in a bowling alley, like children in this country. Forget about. We have enough problems here. Like there's no money in peace. All right, yeah, that's a good line.
well,
That's part of it.
There isn't, in a sense, of media, because these
Right.
things that grab the headlines, that's the nature of that corporate side of it's news. It's sensational. It's the sad part of the way things work. But if the more people who are able to, in some small fashion, do something in the world that's positive, that's helpful, in a community, with people, helping people who are disadvantaged in some way, reaching out. I mean, having that in your heart and your soul, and actually following through with some type of action.
Most now this is not. I'm a little prejudiced, but it's really true. Most Michael Jackson fans are really good people.
Yes.
We're not just saying that. It's
It's true.
If you look at it's almost like people that if you don't like children and animals, 98% of the people you probably don't want. Like that's like it used to be the first question I would ask if I met a girl, back in the day, it was like the second question. Are you a Michael Jackson fan? If they go, oh yeah, but if they go like yeah, but once you hear but, that's it. That's it. It says something. Like how could you not be? Like if you were blind, you would be, right?
Yeah.
If you just heard this voice, you'd go, oh my God, what a, if you never read the National Enquirer, or you never, like what's there not to like? Like there's a message in, like it's not just songs. They're like anthems.
Well, they are, but they also speak the truth. And this is something when you talk about the subject of what Michael was saying about hate. Hate is something that is taught. It's not something that you inherently have, which is why children have that innocence of when they haven't been taught prejudice and hate and these things. You see a lot more of the purity of what the humanity is in its essence before it develops into these things of people not liking other people for whatever reason.
Right.
That wasn't at all Michael or his message or what he was about, or he was about the other side of the goodness in people and the good that people can do and can achieve. Michael was a huge person in terms of encouraging people in a positive way to pursue those things that whatever it is you want to achieve in your life. Michael studied so many people who had wonderful careers, and he came away understanding if you encourage people with positive messages, positive input, a positive environment, it's...
And he was so humble, right? Another...
Well, yes. It wasn't about him. It was about that thing that was bigger than him.
Right.
Which is the true message of, I think, anyone who is a Michael Jackson fan or knows of Michael Jackson, they can see that in his music. They can understand that because he's right. Michael was correct in all of those things that he spoke about, that he wrote about, that his music was about.
One of the goals when we started this, from right under that tree, you guys, where I used to sit under there, right there, before Facebook and YouTube, used to be me out here by myself. I said there should be a Michael Jackson Day, which, we're working on, but it's going to take. But how about Michael Jackson Day of Peace? The powers that be, right? It's not. He would probably want. He wouldn't want it because of his music. He would want it as for his humanitarian.
Oh.
That,
Yes.
right? If he
Absolutely.
had a choice of, you could be remembered one way or the other. I think it's clearly
Yes.
as he.
I totally agree with you there, Ron.
We have to change the law that you can't be nominated for the Peace Prize if you're not alive. Unfortunately, I don't understand the reasoning for that. Really.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's politics over
Yeah.
there,
Oh
too.
yeah. I did a little research. When you see some of the names of the people that got, it's like people on the Walk of Fame. Vincent Patterson, if you're watching, I don't know if Vincent's out there, but if anyone deserved the. Here's another one. Google his resume. Google Matt Forger's resume. Greg Fillingane's, John. People don't know how many different things you just to kind of get off the beat. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Randy Jackson, today. On a happy note.
Oh,
Before I
yes,
forget,
happy birthday, Randy.
yeah, Randy's birthday today. On a happy note, we're trying to.
Wonderful.
We'll do all the fun things the next couple of days for Halloween, but just today, it's actually the Day of the Dead. You guys are having a thing up the hill up there. We're here at Holly Terrace outside. Actually, Michael's window's up in here, you guys know, but it's a little muddy, and Matt wanted to be in the shade. So we're here with Matt Forger. We're just going to kind of wrap it up. Or what do you want to say, Matt? I mean,
No,
anything?
we have said it.
We didn't have anything rehearsed. You said you didn't want to.
Well, no.
We're just talking, and
I think having the conversation like we have hit on all of the most important aspects that we possibly could speak about in terms of Michael and his music and his legacy, and what Michael would be saying. If he was here and he could join us and say a few words about.
I'm seeing the names
world.
of people. I know there's someone from the state of Palestine watching right now, and there's someone from Israel. Not to call them out or whoever they are, but just to show what those two people have in common is hearing you speak, and they're with other Michael Jackson fans from around the world, and hopefully it brings a little peace and happiness, and for a brief moment of we put our differences aside and we hear about Michael. And
I know from Ron and myself both, our hearts go out to all those people.
Of course.
In Palestine, in Israel, in the Ukraine, in those areas where there is pain and suffering brought about by basically.
even someone from Russia is watching.
Well, yes.
See? So it's not about the people. The
No.
the politicians have nothing to do with the people,
No, it never does.
especially in this country. That's all I'll say.
It never does. But worldwide, globally,
Right.
That is always true.
Right.
The real people,
Right.
the everyday people who have, if you want to say, everyday,
Yeah.
common, normal, ordinary lives.
Our theme for his birthday was people all over the world.
Yeah,
That's what we are.
yeah, and I know. I'm sure you do as well, Ron. Is you pray for peace
Of course.
in the world, and all of the people who, unfortunately, are in suffering and enduring hardship.
Most of them are Michael Jackson fans. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
Like when I think about these people and I see them, and when, like I said, when I write the names on the poster, I go, wow, wow.
Well, it's overwhelming when you really look at that and really come to an understanding of everything of that nature that's happening in the world.
I mean, look where we are. We shouldn't have to be sitting here right now. We should not be at this place. For those just watching, we're here at We're here at Forest Lawn outside Michael's window. I thought this would be the appropriate place just to have this conversation.
Yeah,
Matt was nice enough to do it.
And we know that Michael would send a message of peace and love to everyone.
Sure.
Everywhere.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's a start, right?
You have to start somewhere.
We have to start somewhere. So this is the start. You guys were open for suggestions. Let me get on camera. I haven't been on camera yet. Hello, everybody. All right. So I'm gonna get back to Matt in a second to say thank you. But you guys have any ideas? Please leave them. I don't know. We're just, I get, like I said, I personally get messages from the people, from the different countries, and it's like, I figured let's just do. I always say, what would Michael do? Whether it's we're going to be at the Thriller House for Halloween, okay? We're going to be at certain places. What would Michael do? I would think he'd want us at least to discuss it somehow, but obviously it's a tough subject. But if you guys are from different countries, we want to do a Zoom, or if you just want to do something, we can do that and just have people talk to each other. I don't know, but all right, hang on, let me let Matt. So, all right, so part one of could be one of one, could be one of two, could be one of 10.
It'll be one of many.
Could be one of many. Thank you for doing this. I know it's it's a little awkward, but if you take the politics out of it and just make it about Michael, and you were the person I thought you've been there the longest, and you're part of Be Not Always and part of Earth Song, and those two songs for me are the Earth Song live performance with the tanks and the girl with the sunflower and the I think out of all the Human Nature from the Bad Tour, it wasn't as dramatic, but the words and those are my two. So, any final thoughts? Anything
I just want to send my best, most heartfelt appreciation to everyone. Michael was very important to me because if there ever was a point where there was any hardship, Michael would always encourage me, and Michael would always say, Matt, be strong. And whenever I encounter friends or people in situations where they're encountering hardship on a personal nature or otherwise, I always remember what Michael did and said to me and how he encouraged me, and I want to be able to, if it's at all possible, to pass that along to everyone else, everywhere around the globe, wherever you are, to be strong. Be strong. Be strong for yourself and those around you and your family. And have love in your heart. That's what Michael would want. And that's what Michael would want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. You guys don't want to see two grown men cry, so I'm gonna head up to the here. Let me show you the flowers and stuff. Are you gonna go up there or no?
I'm not sure.
No. Okay. All right. All right.
I'll have to check it out.
All right. We'll check it out. So I'm gonna head over. Ugh, getting out of these chairs is tough. Hold on, guys. Getting too old for this. Oh. Let me kind of show you. Let's hope no one took our stuff. Yeah, what a great oh, all right, the posters kind of fell, so we're kind of outside. There's no flowers up by the front. They'll probably come in tomorrow, you guys. So this is just kind of our stuff here. I kind of set up here, but as you can see, we're in the sun, and Matt didn't want to be in the sun. Here's the Halloween poster. We'll kind of save that for tomorrow, or no, for Tuesday, if you hadn't been on it. I was going to show all the flags. I was going to line up all the flags, but we'll kind of save that. All right, so they're having a thing here, the Day of the Dead, up on the top. So if you want to hang in here, I just have to load up the car real quick, and then we'll drive up there. Special thanks again to Matt Forger. Oh, the car's a mess. All right, we're just gonna load up here for a second.
Are we off here?
No, we're still on. I'm gonna head up there. Could you just hold that for? Just kind of point at the doors. If you want to say anything, I'm just gonna load this up real quick.
The behind the scenes.
One more trip.
Okay, I'm handing you back to Ron.
All right. Thanks again, Matt. We appreciate it. We'll
Okay.
keep you. We'll stay in touch. Are you gonna head out? Or are you gonna follow me up or not?
I'm
Gonna ride around?
yeah, I'm gonna.
All right.
Chat with some
All right.
other people.
Thanks again for doing it. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Matt Forger,
Have a good
everybody.
day,
Thanks,
everyone.
man.
Have a good day.
Okay. Well. All right, you guys. Yeah, it's 70 degrees. Wait, let me put the windows up. Yeah, I'm gonna post it for Angela as soon as we get done here. I'll post it on my page. The first part got blocked. I'm not sure. Crystal, did it make it up there on my page? I'm not sure. So this is it's either called All Saints Dead or hang on, let me let you see this. Yes, it did? Okay. Alright, so the first part's up. The second part is not up yet. For those asking about the documentary, yeah, hang on a second. I got an update on that. I think there might be tons of people here today. Oh, that's not a good sign. Hang on. parking is blocked off already. Okay, so I'm gonna have a long walk up the hill. All right, well, I need my cardio. Day of the Dead, yeah. All right, hold on. Yeah, it started at 12, so I didn't want to cut Matt short. All right, we'll get our cardio in. Up the hill we go. I've never been to this before, so I don't know what to expect, everybody. You know how that goes. We're here at Forest Lawn. You guys just tuning in. Just had a nice, I don't want to say interview, nice discussion with Matt Forger, engineer, amongst many other titles. I'm so out of shape walking up a hill. You won't see this many cars here, unless it's for Michael. Ugh. I wonder if they have rides. Too many hot dogs. Okay, Liz. I was sitting under a tree. This is hills, you guys. This isn't flat. Oh, see? That's how you should go. Oh my God. Good, another hill. Good thing I'm not in the Grammy. Not funny, Beth. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to do this. Hello? Looks like the Rose Bowl. All right. Don't hit the child. Hello. I'm not sure. I'm hearing Spanish. All right. So we're at Forest Lawn. Saints Day. Day of the Dead. There's another name in Spanish.
Yo espero, ayuda de Dios, que Dios me dé fuerza cada día y que nos dé fuerza a todos para ser pacientes esperando y sabiendo que un día no
For those that can translate, please feel free.
sigamos celebrando, sigamos en fiesta,
Oh, you know where I'm going.
sigamos honrando y celebrándonos cada día con nuestros familiares. Yo sé que tal vez hay muchas familias que tal vez no pueden entender esto, pero tú y yo que sabemos, nunca dejemos de celebrar la vida de nuestros amados. Hoy quisiera compartir una oración, un rezo con ustedes, por dos razones. La primera, dando gracias a Dios por la vida que Él les dio a ellos y la vida que ellos compartieron con nosotros. Creo otra vez que fue el regalo más hermoso que Dios nos ha dado a todos nosotros. Y le quiero dar a Él gracias por eso. Y segundo, que Dios nos dé fortaleza, porque la vida no es fácil. Pero todos nuestros seres queridos dejaron una huella en nuestro corazón. Hay una memoria que está ahí, como la memoria que compartí de mi padre. Esa memoria está ahí, ese recuerdo está ahí. Y que no importa qué día sea, un día bueno, un día malo, que nunca paremos de dejar de hablar y compartir las memorias de Dios que nos dieron en nuestro corazón. Con todo el permiso de ustedes y todo el respeto, voy a hacer un rezo para que Dios nos ayude a continuar como pueblo hispano, que nos ayude a continuar celebrando la vida de sus seres queridos. Y tal vez podemos influenciar a otras culturas. Esta celebración no solo es mexicana, sino es guatemalteca, salvadoreña, hondureña, porque nos lleva hasta allá a los aztecas, a los incas, nos lleva hasta allá. Es una celebración muy grande y queremos seguir celebrándola. Entonces, si me permiten, voy a hacer un rezo para que Dios nos bendiga en esta tarde. Padre del cielo, te agradecemos la oportunidad de estar aquí juntos como amigos y amigas, familias, hermanos, madres y hijos, para agradecerte el regalo más hermoso que nos has dado, el regalo de nuestros seres queridos. Hoy te agradecemos con todo corazón porque sabemos que ellos nos cambiaron para siempre y nuestras vidas jamás serán iguales. Sus recuerdos y sus memorias están tan grabados en nuestros corazones que hoy decimos muchas gracias, pero al mismo tiempo pedimos fortaleza porque queremos compartir con todo el mundo, con otras culturas, con otras generaciones, los hermosos recuerdos, las hermosas memorias, los días especiales, los eventos especiales, esos momentos tan hermosos que vivimos con ellos, los queremos compartir con todo el mundo. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo te agradecemos. Amén. Muchas gracias, que Dios me los bendiga.
Qué bonito mensaje. Muchísimas gracias, señora Alejandro Herrera, por tu mensaje tan lindo. Mensaje de consuelo y de esperanza. ¿Cómo se le están pasando ustedes ahora aquí?
We're here at Forest Lawn. This is the Forest Lawn Museum, actually.
Where's the truck? Food truck? Yeah, I'll do that.
Can't hear from here. Hold on. I'm not sure what I walked in on here. Nobody's filming but me, of course. In the they don't care about us outfit. Might not be appropriate. This might not be the appropriate attire.
Pretend you like each other. You're all
Thank you.
Ah, good timing. I missed the show. Oh, how about that? Okay. Not funny, Sarah. This does not, I'm not blending in. I'm not blending in.
How's it going over there, John?
Okay, nothing really over here. I'm not sure what today's about. Okay, so they're honoring the Latin culture. It's so beautiful. Oh, I see. Okay.
They might have the skeleton.
You know nothing?
Faint confidence, says Chris. Okay.
Vamos a ver otra.
Emmanuel.
Keep your stuffies. Keep your stuffies. Keep your stuffies.
That looks good.
Fran, do you want
You want a picture? Go fast. Go. Get in there, get in there. Oh,
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of people in the
You guys just log in. We're here at Forest Lawn Cemetery, believe it or not. This is the annual. I've seen Holy Saints Day. I've seen Day of the Dead. I've seen a lot of children. A lot of them have their faces painted and stuff. I guess that's what they do here. I don't think it's a Halloween party. I mean, no, I wouldn't say it's a.
Esta la segunda que la lleva. La segunda se la lleva. That one of my silver, but let's get you something that's what other tickets you want to have other tickets. You can add on. Oh, everything. Is that trash? Can we go?
Mexican holiday with their families. Okay. I'm heading to the music. I hope we don't get blocked. That was Jackie, Tito. No, all right. Hey, for those wondering, 3 weeks from yesterday, yours truly will be in Texas at the Jacksons concert.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
No te puedo olvidar, ¿se la sabe? te encontré, me enamoré. Tú sabes que yo nunca lo he negado. Por saña me lograste.
I wonder if they know I'll be there.
Y yo caí en tu trampa ilusionado. De pronto todo aquello se acabó.
Ay, ay, chiquita.
Cántate la promesa de adorarnos. En el olvido, porque de aquí no llegarían jamás los años. Por tu maldito amor.
From left to right, Tito, Jackie, Jermaine, Marlon, and Randy.
Reventarme hasta las venas. Por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor, no logro acomodar mis sentimientos. Si el alma se me sigue consumiendo, por tu maldito amor, por tu maldito amor. Por tu maldito amor, por tu bendito amor. Este amor anda todo alborotado por volver y voy camino a la locura, y aunque todo me tortura se perder. Nos dejamos hace tiempo, pero me llegó el momento de perder.
This song's longer than Shake Your Body to the Ground.
Y volver, volver. ¿Cómo dice? No se escucha. A tu brazos otra vez. Llegaría hasta donde esté. Yo sé perder, yo sé perder. Quiero volver, volver y volver. Y nos vamos a sacar esto. Qué bonitos son los altos, bonito el del Paquirán. Muy famosos son sus charros y la Virgen de San Juan. Ay, qué bonito es Jalisco, ay, por el Curioclán. Una de Janes, aquí está mi linda Ciudad Guzmán. En el lago de Chamalán. Pescándome la pasé hasta que creció la hembra de que yo me enamoré. Ya me voy para la barca y me voy por Ocotlán a ver viajar Totolico y de la vida gozar. Ay, qué bonito es Jalisco.
Guys, we're here at Forest Lawn Cemetery, Day of the Dead ceremony. These are not the Jacksons. Rock with you. Rock with you. They're shouting out requests. I think I want to rock. Songs? Does anyone know?
Tú eres la tristeza y de mis ojos que lloran en silencio por tu amor. Me miro en el espejo y veo en mi rostro el tiempo que he sufrido por tu adiós. Olvido a que te olvide el pensamiento.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Pues siempre estoy pensando en el ayer. Prefiero estar dormido que despierto, de tanto que me duele que no estés.
You guys want me to walk around or stand right here? First one to 10. We're here at Forest Lawn Cemetery. We just did a little thing with Matt Forger. We're in Glendale, California. Okay, walk around or stay here? I see a lot in their names. Walk around. Walk around. Two walk arounds.
Yo he sufrido tanto por tu ausencia. Desde ese día hasta hoy no soy feliz. Y aunque tengo tranquila mi conciencia, sé que pude haber yo hecho más por ti. Oscura soledad.
Let the Lord guide you.
La misma soledad de tu sepulcro.
Hey, this will be the car I'm in one day. Okay. Let's check out the museum. A lot of you guys haven't. I've been in here before, but not for a while. So this is Forest Lawn. We were just by Michael, outside Michael's window with Nat Forger earlier today. So this is I'm not sure what this is. Anybody? I don't know if I could film in here. Hang on. It's not a camera pull. I'm just showing you art. John Tobin, the answer is no.
Do you recognize these? Well, I was asking if you recognize.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, no, no.
So this is Estrada Courts here, and that's part of the east side, and this over here.
Oh, this is here at Forest Lawn?
Yeah. No, not it. This is Estrada Courts. It's,
I see. Okay.
So it's kind of like the farm workers.
Oh, I see.
Is involved there, and then of course here we have Cesar Chavez, and there's the logo of the United Farm Workers.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
¿Conocen una de las partes aquí? ¿No? Sí, pero so, este lado es el east side del oeste, y esta aquí.
I've seen this is at Forest Lawn here. Yeah, see, this is here. I know I saw that before. I think Joseph's somewhere close to that one.
Y luego ahí también tenemos la Estrada Courts, Highland Park y Huntington Park. ¿En qué parte son ustedes? ¿Han visto la vida de ustedes? ¿No? La hacemos eso, pero
Oh, guess what? I got tickets to the Japanese garden.
Oh my gosh.
That was the only thing.
Oh, is this? No, I have to. I'm rebooking this shit 25 times. Everything about the Mary. This one's all about the Mary.
Hang on, you guys. I got to turn the phone for 1 second. Okay.
Then what?
You guys, so we're gonna have a little update on Bubbles on Wednesday. Just stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll be back at Forest Lawn. We'll do a little Thriller 40 stuff. Tuesday morning will be the flowers. Tuesday evening I'll be at the Thriller House, and then there's a Thriller party, something depending on what kind of mood we're in that Tuesday night. What else? So we got 1 day left for the flowers and the poster. I didn't get to show you there. It's in the car. I'll show you tomorrow morning. There's nothing up by Michael's window right now. I mean, by the Holly Terrace, by the doors. So probably tomorrow, if any of you send Halloween stuff, usually Sylvie gets there the day before, so maybe she'll be there in the morning. What else? Does anybody have anything? For you guys just tuning in, we had a... oh, hold on. They wanted me to talk about... What do they want me to talk about? Hold on a second. Hang on 1 second, everybody. Everybody's into this, the YouTube and the streaming, and hang on. So a message from Sherry at the book club. Can you please mention the Thriller Challenge 2? Ask people to stream Thriller as much as they can until November 2nd, because the Thriller single has never been #1 on the Billboard charts. Don't mention buying it because it gets confusing. Just ask him to stream the original Thriller song. Okay. I haven't really been part of that or the YouTube stuff. I just been, with everything going on around in the world, I figured we'd do a little something different. For those that saw the release of the Thriller 40 documentary, scheduled for December the 2nd, I think that's what day is that? 2/9/16. I think that's a Saturday, December 2nd. I'm going to be down in Florida, going to visit Bubbles. Well, okay, first here's the lineup. So we'll be here today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Saturday, the 18th, I'll be at the Jackson's concert in Texas. Then we're going to head to Florida, going to try to see Bubbles that next week. Then the annual, or the semi-annual, they have it's open to the public at the Center for Great Apes. And I'm going to announce something really special, hopefully. I'm working on the final thing. We're kind of close. I'll know by Wednesday. So we're going to have two visits for Bubbles. Then I'm going to Nashville to see the Jacksons on Monday, December 18th. So Saturday, November 18th, and Monday, November 18th. Jackson's concert live. They're with the Village People on the Saturday show. I'm in the front row. For Texas. I think I'm in the 4th row for Nashville. They're both indoors. I'm not sure, if we could walk up front, whatever. I'm still kind of working on the logistics of that. So we're going to do our annual fundraiser for Center for Great Apes for Thanksgiving. What I'm talking with them is, instead of doing flowers, I'd like to plant trees there in our name. Like, I think Bubbles likes bamboo. There's a couple of trees that he likes, that if we can plant the tree there instead of doing the flowers, since I'm not going to be at Forest Lawn, I asked her first if they eat the flowers, and they do, but they're not sure with the pesticides where we're getting the flowers from. So they said if we want, we could plant flowers in our group's name, which I think is nicer anyway. So I'm going to find which one Bubbles likes, and that's the plan. Okay, so I'll keep you guys posted on that. Also in December, I think December 7th, there's a thing in Miami. I'm heading back to my roots down in South Beach. There's an annual event where they're donating, it's like a beer or wine something, but there's a Bubbles beer or something. I gotta look into it more. But I already reserved a ticket. So all the proceeds go to, oh, hold on, I'm missing all the comments. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I missed all you guys. The comments were off. I didn't see any comments for the past 2 minutes. I don't know what you heard, but anyway, just to recap quick. So it's I'll be here till Wednesday. Then it's the Jacksons in Texas, Saturday the 18th. Then Bubbles in Florida, Bubbles again in Florida, a Bubbles function in Florida. Back to the Jacksons in Nashville on December 18th, depending on the weather. If it's snow or something, I want to make it out to 2300 Jackson Street, the Hard Rock Museum, the Jackson Museum out there. So depending on the weather, that's the plan anyway. So all right, so I missed all the comments. You guys have anything? I got that long walk down the hill. Oh my God. Does anyone have? Will I be visiting Allie Michaels' elephant? Allie Michaels' elephant. I don't know what that is. Tina, what's Allie Michaels' elephant? Oh, Allie Michaels' elephant. I'm sorry. Where was that? That was in Jacksonville or something. Where was that? Sarah, please. We're still in negotiations. Plane, bus, train, car are all on the table. It looks like it's going to have to be a combination. Maybe fly to Texas. Yeah, at the Jacksonville Zoo. I don't know. I'm not sure on Allie. It just depends. Depends what Bubbles. We got a big, exciting project with Bubbles we're kind of working on. So I want to. That's kind of be the fun. Yeah, I could take one of the buses. Sarah wants to go to Jackson Street. That's all I'm saying. Well, all right. You text me later. Hey, Annie. Yeah. So I think instead of flowers, and maybe for Christmas too, I'm thinking, since I'm not gonna be at Forest Lawn for Christmas, we'll do something for. I'm gonna get Bubbles a couple Christmas gifts, and maybe we can plant a couple trees down there. I'm gonna have Sarah, message me later. I'm not sure if you're going, if you're not going. They sent me a message, but I wasn't sure. And then we're going to adopt. It's our yearly adoption for the Center for Grade 8. So we'll do that for Thanksgiving. Last year we adopted Bubbles, Crystal, Tammy, and Boma. And then in April we did the orangutans, Kahaya, Mari, and Allie. Now I know some of you have also adopted. Some of the apes are on your own. As we get closer, maybe we'll make a list so we don't adopt the same ones. Like, we could kind of spread it out a little. So if you've adopted some, we'll adopt one of the other ones. Last year we did the ones that had the fewest adoptions, because I figured Michael would have done that. And the orangutans, we did. Kahaya was a little baby, and we had Mari and Allie, and Mari had no arms and Allie had no legs, so we figured Michael would have picked those two. So, but that's not until April. The chimpanzees come first, and then for Bubbles' birthday in April. If you thought last year Bubbles' 40th was big, if we could pull off Bubbles' 41st, it's going to be even bigger. But I'll have a better idea from down there. Oh yeah, Sarah, you did that one. Okay. Yeah, I know Big Al did one. Some of you have. All right, wait until I make the post of it, and then we can we can make the list of the ones we have, and then maybe we'll have a vote on who you want to adopt for this year. Of course, Bubbles, goes without saying, and then depending how much money we raise, we'll do that, and then we got a special 41st birthday for Bubbles if all goes well. So, okay, that's a mouthful. I'll post this for those that missed it. We had a nice. I hope you guys enjoyed it with Matt. I was kind of reading some of the comments, but I was kind of paying attention real close to what he was saying. I wanted to do the round table kind of group thing, but we'll see if there's any interest. Just everything going on in the world, and we figured Michael would have done something, but obviously we don't have all the answers, but it was just something. So, all right, so we'll focus on Thriller. Oh, so what was I saying? For those asking about the Thriller 40 documentary, which will be released Saturday, December 2nd. I'll be down in Florida, be at my sister's house. It's going to be on Showtime and Paramount Plus. I know now a lot of people around the world don't get either of those. So she has Paramount Plus, so I'm going to try to set up the phone. We did this for Janet's documentary back, I think, last year or a couple years ago. And I'll film it. We'll film it live on Facebook. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. I'll try to be on Facebook Live and YouTube Live at the same time. I'll have my sister record the show on her television, so in case we get blocked, we'll have it again the next day. It's either 7 o'clock Eastern or 7 o'clock Pacific. Either way, that's like 3, 4, 5 in the morning for you guys in Europe. So I'll do a second viewing of it the following. So for those watching live, okay, so I'm going to be on the East Coast now. So I believe it's, if somebody, okay, I'll check by tomorrow. We have 5 weeks yet. It's either 7 o'clock Eastern or 7 o'clock Pacific. Either way, I'm going to be on the Eastern time zone for that. So we'll show it live at, let's say, just for argument's sake, let's say 7 o'clock Eastern, which is 3 or 4 in the morning for you guys in Europe. So I don't expect you to stay up to watch it. So we'll show it again a second time on Sunday at 12 noon Eastern time for you people in Europe. So that'll be 8 or 9 at night. MTV internationally. Okay, I didn't see that. I just saw Showtime and Paramount. Okay, yeah, that would make things easier. Maybe everybody doesn't get MTV. I don't know. Okay, but either way, we'll do it Facebook Live and YouTube Live. If by some reason we get blocked on both, this is going to be tricky. I'll record it on the TV set, and then we'll play it on Zoom the next day. I know we don't get blocked on Zoom, but that's as a last resort. Hopefully, we won't get blocked on both of them. All right, so that's so December. So it kind of gets a little crazy starting between Halloween and Christmas. We have a lot of stuff going on, a lot of Jacksons, a lot of Bubbles, and all that stuff. So, okay, I'm wiped out. It's a long ride this morning. Check in our hotel, go to sleep. Got to pick up the flowers. Posted the article from Billboard. Okay, that would be great. I didn't see the MTV thing, so that's good. But either way we'll do it. Yeah, it'd be nice for the group to watch it together. Yeah. Like I said, I've seen it. I was in California when we showed it last. I want to say November. It seems like it's been about a year, and they were almost done with it. They did 8 of the 9 songs. "Lady in My Life" was the last song. That Wendy, I'll post everything. I just wanted to say it, for the people that are watching. So I saw it all except "Lady in My Life." Usher's in it, Mary J. Blige, Brooke Shields does a little narration, John Branca does a little narration, our friend Vincent gets a couple of good close-ups in it. I'm not sure if Matt was in it. I don't know. We weren't allowed. We had to turn our phones in outside the theater before we walked in, so nobody could record anything. I spoke to the producer after it was over, and they said it was 9 hours. No, 8 hours, Annie. 8 hours. You turn your clock back today. I'm just joking. I think it's 8. I think we turn our clocks next week, I think. So I think right now, I know I'm 8 hours from Crystal right now. Last week I was 9 hours from her, and then when we turn our clocks next Saturday, I believe we go back to the 9 hours. But all right, interesting talk with Matt Forger. Try and watch that again if you could. Kind of a little different talk, but I thought it was good. I'd kind of like to do something with one of the fans, at least from Ukraine, Russia, Palestine, and Israel, and I guess it's a little risky, but I have faith. I mean, I kind of know, I know one person from each one of those 4 countries, so I think we could just have a nice maybe discussion. I don't know, maybe make somebody feel better. People suffering, going through a lot of stuff around the world. So I played Be Not Always on the first thing, an a cappella version, and of course we got blocked, but that song's really appropriate. I'll try to play it tomorrow outside, maybe a little, if you haven't heard it. So we could do a Zoom for that. Yeah, just not everybody has Zoom, Wendy, and nobody likes to log on and show themselves. I mean, the 4 people, I think, would have to show themselves. You already turned the clock in Europe. Yeah, I think I'm 8 hours now from Europe. I'm usually 9 from Belgium, but today I'm 8, and I think next week it goes back to 9. I think. But anyway, in December, if it's on MTV, that's great. Probably a lot of people have MTV. I know not a lot of people have Paramount and Showtime, so I'll do a little more research into that. Got 1 day left for flowers, and 1 day left for the poster. If you sent your name already and I sent you a thumbs up, that means I already have you, so that's great. We're doing orange, and yeah, Joanne, just send me a message later. I still haven't checked in the hotel. I just drove in from Las Vegas. In LA is 8 hours. Yeah, I think we're 8 out, and then next week I think we go back to 9. I think so. Okay, we'll be on tomorrow morning. Let's probably do it a little earlier. Maybe say 10 a.m. Pacific time. 10 a.m. Pacific from Forest Lawn. Silverly might be there, putting up the Halloween. No Thriller dancing. No, today was not a. Yeah, Tina. You know what's funny? I wasn't going to mention this, but yeah, that was my idea, to have the 4 flags. And I went through the box of flags, and we used the flags for Michael's birthday when we did our event in Pasadena. And the U.S. flag's missing, the Israel's flag's missing. There's about 5 or 6 flags that are still missing. I just wanted the 4 flags next to each other. And I was going to order from Amazon, but I was leaving this morning, so I couldn't get it. So I don't want to just put the 3 flags that I have, because that'll look bad. So that's why I didn't put any of the flags. But yeah, I'm going to try to find an Israel flag. But yeah, that was my idea, actually, was to put the 4 flags on the tree stump and just play one of Michael's songs. But since I only had the 3 flags, it doesn't look right. So, but yeah, someone kept the U.S. flag and the Israel flag, and I think France and Germany were missing from when we did Michael's birthday. We did People of the World, and everybody had the flag. So we're missing 4 flags. So I don't know if I could find. Yeah, I don't know if I could find just a. So I'm gonna order a new set of flags for next year. But yeah, that was actually the idea, was to have the 4 flags side by side. But I didn't want to do it with just the 3, and I didn't want to do it with just the Russia and the Ukraine. Yeah, Annie, I got you. I got you for both flowers. I remember you. Acapulco, the hurricane. Yeah, I saw Mexico. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Look, we had a shooting here Monday. Was it 22 people? I forgot how many. 16 or 18 killed. 20. It's a lot of stuff going on. So we had Matt Forger. I said, what would Michael do? And I figured, why not ask somebody who is who was there. I asked a bunch. I was hoping to have a little round table, but maybe we could do that after Thriller 40's over. So, all right, you guys. Thanks everybody for watching. I'll post this the minute as soon as I hang up, so it doesn't get blocked. And the first part I think is on my page too. I'm going to share this to YouTube too for the YouTube people. So Facebook Live tomorrow, 10 o'clock from Forest Lawn. I'll see if we have any updates. Thanks for you guys for watching, especially for the 4 countries. I guess it's more than 4 countries now, but what can you say? All right. So from Forest Lawn, oh yeah, I got that walk to the car. Oh, Wendy, oh my God. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll be it'll be a little happier update. What's this about a poster and flower? Just check my page, Angela. It's the first post that's pinned for the flowers and the poster. If you're not on it already, and I'll show you guys again tomorrow. All right. Thanks again, Matt Ford, to everybody. Big Al, I saw you popped on. I didn't get a chance. Shout out to Big Al. I didn't see who else was on there. I was kind of talking to everybody. So, yeah, so we got a lot of stuff coming up. A lot of Bubbles, a lot of Jacksons, Village people again, in the Navy, John Tobin, YMCA, everybody. I might have a surprise guest on Thriller evening. We're not going to say who till it's confirmed. Try to stay up late with us on the 31st. Well, on the 31st here in California. Technically, it'll be the first for you guys in Europe, but it could be a fun day if everything works out well. All right, see you guys in the morning. Bye for now, everybody.